It's going to be where it is throughout October.
Don't look at me, Bill. Don't look at me, Bill. I know what you're doing. No.
Disapproval. That's a look of disapproval.
I know it is. I told you. No, everything feels good. Yeah, I'm hoping to be in there tomorrow. It's obviously not my choice. I don't make the lineups, but it's the weekend was a good chance to give the body to reset and work on a couple things, and that's where we're at right now.
David kind of said the whole body. Was it some stuff that you've been dealing with before?
Yeah, I mean, there's just been a lot of issues going on. From when I came back, just a lot of hit by pitches, a lot of lingering effects from those, and just trying to, get things cleared out. Get things cleared out mentally also.
You've been dealing with stuff with the oblique that originally was going to put you on the IL, or is that something that's completely separate?
That's something that's completely separate.
I wasn't sure if you mentioned this or not, but is your availability for tomorrow still in question?
No, I'll be ready for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be ready for tomorrow. I'm taking live BPs today, and we're doing everything today. So yeah, I'll be ready for tomorrow.
Is there a difference coming into this postseason, coming off the last year as opposed to the last couple, and just kind of the pressure that can build when you guys haven't won? Is there a different kind of vibe coming into this October?
You would think, but the pressure's always going to be there. Especially when you're this team, when you're the Los Angeles Dodgers. There's a lot of expectations around you, and there's a lot of pressure. But for us, the challenge is not letting that pressure get to you, and finding our rhythm, finding what's going to work for us this year. And each year the team has to find their identity when they get to this point. You have an identity during the regular season, and then you have to find a whole other identity in the postseason. And the past several years we've had those 5 days off where we've last year we obviously conquered it, but the years before we struggled to find our identity going into the first couple games. This year we're going to get thrown right into the fire, so we got to find that identity really quick. And I trust everyone in this clubhouse for sure. I don't think that's something that we're going to struggle finding.
I feel like the last couple of weeks have been kind of a good starting point, at least for finding what that postseason identity kind of looks like for you guys.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, the team was playing really well the last couple of weeks. Things were starting to fire on all cylinders a little bit. We were starting to get complete games from the team. This past weekend the bullpen was amazing. Starting pitching obviously was amazing, but we weren't running guys out there for 6-7 innings. And that's the when you have things locked up and you can't gain or lose any position. That's kind of the thing that happened. And our starters did a good job getting their work in, and the bullpen came in, did an amazing job. And I think offensively and defensively we played really good games. And I think it just the team's starting to fire on all cylinders finally, and it's something that we hadn't really felt all year.
Dave talked
The
about
idea of flipping a switch is kind of a negative thing with the team. But
Yeah.
has that kind of what's happened here down the stretch?
Well, you would kind of hope that we flipped that switch earlier versus having to try to flip a switch, in the middle of a series. And that's something that, like I was just saying, I think we've dealt with that in the past where you try to flip that switch against a team that's already been through the fire of a wild card series, and it's really tough to do. So hopefully for us, we've been able to, flip that switch in the last week or two and just, carry that momentum into the series.
You won 15 of the last 20. What changed?
It's baseball. It's I don't know that I really have the answer to that question. It's one of those things where it's just baseball. You go through a long season, and we've said it all year. We haven't felt like we've been clicking on all cylinders at the same time all year long, and maybe the last couple of weeks we finally just started getting into that groove a little bit, and so it's definitely a sight to see.
When you guys clinched, you said it's been kind of a weird year. Like, hey, how much of that weirdness can start to get wiped away? You guys just have a really strong October year.
I think all of it goes away. But it hasn't been a weird year. It's been a long year. You think about at this point, 7 months ago, we were on the other side of the world. It's we've been through a lot this year, and to end up in the spot that we're in right now, we're in a great spot. We're in the postseason. That's all that matters. That's what we've been saying all year. Really, all that matters. And anything can happen once you're in October, and we've seen that however many times over the last several years. And so for us, it's you gotta understand that just because of who we are doesn't mean we're going to win a series. We have to go out there and perform it. We have to go out there and practice and prepare for it the right way. And really try to understand what we need to be doing against the Reds. And this is one of those few moments during a baseball season where your opponent actually does matter. But also at the same time, we're still playing ourselves just as much as we're playing the other team. And so we got to go out there and do everything the right way.
Your opponent's
We
got
gotta go, guys.
less
We gotta go.
playoff experience than anybody in the field.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's once you get there, anything can happen.
Thanks, guys.